But this ain't about being flashy. This is game day, son. It's only about one thing. Getting that W. That's the only thing that matters right now.
Hey guys,
Boy,
Brian Rector, head football coach at Centennial High School, coming to you here with the Week 5 game preview. This is actually our fifth game of the year. A lot of other teams have had 6 by now because they played Week 0. We didn't, obviously. And so we've got our 5th game of the year coming into this game 3-1. And we are facing actually the 5-0 Wilson Central Wildcats. They are on a big-time roll. They've got wins over several teams, some of which actually are on our schedule. They've got wins over, let's see, Laverne. They've got wins over Gallatin. They've got a win over Hendersonville. They've got a win over Shelbyville. So they've done a very, very good job being undefeated. Coach Brad Dedman has done an amazing job of picking that program up. I think they got 3, maybe 4 wins, maybe even less last year, but they really are way above and beyond their expectations for this year, doing a great job. It's going to be a very good game with 2, I think, evenly matched teams. You're going to see some really good athletes out there on the field, and hopefully what you'll see is just a great atmosphere. And them being 5-0, I expect them to bring a whole lot of people from the Wilson Central area to come into our house and hopefully enjoy a great football game. What I'm going to talk about before I bring in assistant coach Alex Melton is what the Wildcats do on defense. Defensively, they're a 4-4, which means they have 4 down linemen and 4 linebackers, 2 inside and 2 out. They usually run a cover 3, which obviously means they have 3 defensive backs back deep. They are very solid. They are very fundamental. They don't do a ton off of it, which actually is a sign of a very good defense. They're only averaging giving up a little under 14 points a game. So clearly they know what they're doing defensively. They have 2 tall, big defensive ends, number 6 and number 7. Their inside linebackers are very good, number 9 and number 22. And they've got a couple of good outside linebackers in 5 and 29. One of their better players is their free safety, number 4, a senior, very good kid, runs fast, athletic, can make a lot of plays. And then they have another corner that's experienced, played against us last year, number 30. So they do a base defense, and they pretty much stick with that, which again is a sign of a very good defense, and we expect that that they'll bring everything they've got on Friday. That is for sure. We've got to obviously do some things to combat that. We've got to maybe try to create extra gaps. We've got to be able to run the football a whole lot better than we have the last couple of weeks, and certainly be able to throw it better than we did last week. That's for sure. We're going to have to score points to win this football game. There's no question about it. Wilson Central is averaging right at 40 points a game scoring themselves. So definitely we're going to have to limit that. With that being said, it segues into our guest for today for the game preview, defensive back coach extraordinaire, to talk about the offense of Wilson Central, Coach Alex Melton.
Hey guys, thanks Coach. Offensively, they are wing T concept. So just like with any offense, especially with a wing T concept, you have to be very disciplined, read your keys. The quarterback, number 10, is a really good player, good enough to get the ball deep on you, makes good reads, good decisions. Fullback, number 22, runs the ball really hard. They got 2 wings, 8 and 1, very athletic players. The receiver, number 15, is also very athletic. So they have, coaches already mentioned it, they do score a lot of points and do a really good job there. So you have to be very disciplined defensively, and that's what we will try to do, try to keep them obviously as few points as possible. And like Coach said, they're 5-0, very good football team, playing with a lot of confidence, and we've got to do a good job both offensively and defensively this week. And we look forward to seeing you guys out Friday night.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it. A very accurate description of what they do on offense, and of course I've already talked about their defense. What we've got to do to win the game, I'm going to tell you what, I've always said some generic things about ball security and tackle, blocking, and all that stuff is great, and that's fine, and yes, we have to do that. But there's one thing that we've got to do to be able to have a chance to win this game this week, and that's play with passion. We're going to look for a lot of energy, a lot of passion out of our kids, because obviously we were pretty much devoid of that last Friday night. So the emphasis this week, besides the obvious things that I've probably bored you guys to death with, is the idea that we need to play with passion, energy, and we need to play fast. And that's exactly what we will work to do on Friday night. Come out and see us. Very exciting game. 3-1 Centennial Cougars versus the 5-0 Wilson Central Wildcats. Hope to see all of you guys there. Thanks a bunch.